Hi everyone, welcome back. Lamisha here, of course, from LamishaSerf-Walls.com, bringing you another Mindset Monday tip for your week. And as I was thinking about what tip I wanted to share with you today, I realized that there are a lot of us going through a lot of different emotions right now. And if this were just a typical Mindset Monday or your typical, conversation that I would be having with clients around mindset and dealing with difficult emotions, the thing that comes up is what I like to call mindset triage. And mindset triage is exactly what it sounds like. It's an opportunity for you to really process through and deal with some of the emotions, some of the thoughts, some of the beliefs that are coming up in the moment, those challenging beliefs that are coming up in the moment. And I'll be honest, I've had quite a few of them over the last couple of weeks. They sort of come in waves. Part of it is dependent on how much I am tuned into the collective sort of news and what's going on around the world, but it's something that a lot of us are dealing with right now. So I want to talk about what I'm calling the ultimate mindset triage, a couple of tips to really help you in this work. And I want to talk about two things before we jump into that. Mindset, if you've heard me before, you may have heard me talk about the two sort of bookends when it comes to mindset. The first part is, of course, what you choose to plant into your mind, what you choose to focus on. I suggest a daily practice that you're utilizing to really help center you and to help you keep your mind in a place that's going to feel good for you, right? So you get to choose what beliefs you plant into your psyche. This can come in the form of reading books, meditation, yoga, writing in your journal, saying affirmations or mantras, or anything else that really fuels you in terms of your mindset. The other side is what I call mindset triage, right? And that is really just the opportunity to deal with some of those feelings and beliefs and really process through them in the moment. And so that's exactly what I want to talk about today. A lot of the messages I've been getting from clients recently have been around how do I deal with the uncertainty of maybe not having a job, or how do I deal with the uncertainty of the fear that is just running so rampant right now? How do I deal with this anxiety and the frustration and the uncertainty that's just coming up out of the blue? And a lot of the things that we're all kind of feeling, right, are understandable. Like we're going through a pretty massive shift right now, and a lot of it is bringing up old stuff from our past, old stuff personally, old stuff collectively. And so we're being given an opportunity right now to process through some of that. And I'm not saying that it's always going to be easy, but I want to share a couple of things that may help you in processing your own stuff that's coming up, right? So the first thing is to be really clear about what you're feeling and to sort of name it, right? The emotion that comes up, really paying attention to it and just sitting with it for a bit. And I don't mean sitting with it for days, but I do mean just sitting with it and really recognizing what that feeling is and then asking where it's coming from. Sometimes you'll notice that some of the emotions and some of the feelings that we're feeling aren't actually our own. They are, maybe coming from the news, or we're feeling fearful, or we're feeling anxious because we've been tapped into the news for too long, or we're hearing other people talk about things, right? So really being mindful of what is the feeling that I'm having? Is it mine, right? Really just questioning, is it yours? If it is yours, then you can go a little bit deeper and sort of ask yourself, where is this coming from? What is the belief that I have around this situation? What is the story that I'm telling? What is the message behind the feeling? Now, most of my clients, and myself included, and really most of the people that I connect with in this process, have a tendency to, when we dive a little bit deeper, when we go beneath the surface of that feeling or that belief, we find that we're actually telling the story about that situation. We have this feeling, and then all of a sudden that feeling creates this domino effect that goes 5, 6, 7, 12, 50 steps ahead of where we actually are to create this potential really negative situation that we are then reacting to, right? So you could, and I call it going down the rabbit hole for a reason, because that's how quickly you kind of run through those. So you can go from I'm really anxious about my business. I'm really anxious about this whole situation of being at home to, I don't know how I'm going to make money. I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills. What if I can't pay my bills? What if I can't get this? And then you go all the way down to this, terrible situation, this terrible circumstance, right? And so one of the things that can be really powerful is to identify what the story is, and then to backtrack a little bit and ask yourself, number one, do we know that that's true? We don't know that that's true. So none of us really know what's going to happen tomorrow. So the idea is to pull that energy back to the present moment and choose a different story. And a lot of this process that we're kind of going through is giving us an opportunity to try and live within the moment. And I know it can be really difficult because so many things are changing. And so we're trying to solve problems. We're trying to figure out how we're going to pay rent. We're trying to figure out all these things. But the idea is to come back to the present moment and be in this moment. And a lot of times with this whole mindset triage work, it really is about coming back to the moment. So telling a new story, really identifying the story that you are telling and reminding yourself that that's actually not 100% true. Things are shifting and changing very quickly for the better, right? They are changing for the better. And so the moment we can pull that energy back and we can pull that story back, the better off we are going to be. The other thing that can be really helpful during this time is to actively and really be proactive about checking in with your mindset and doing things every day to really support you, whether that's journaling, meditation, reading various books, checking in with your coach, checking in with a community that you are connected with online or something like that. Doing something that's going to fuel your mind and try to keep that very as stable as possible, right? Listen, we're all going to feel emotions, varying emotions, and that's okay. The idea is just not to get so caught up in the story of, the potential demise and what this all means for us in the doom and gloom, okay? So that is sort of my tip for you. I know that, it's not 100% certain for all of us, and we don't really know what's going to happen or where we go from here. But I am a firm believer in that whatever this is that's happening is really setting us up for something better down the way. And so the best thing we can do is stay home, stay safe, do the things that we can to keep our mind and mental health in the right place. And if you're struggling with that, and if you need support around that, or if you have questions around that, please don't hesitate to reach out, whether it's to me, to friends and family, to your support system or someone else, so that you can feel supported and connected during this time. Okay, so I hope that this massive mindset triage opportunity or this tip for you has been helpful. If you have questions about it, or if you are curious about how to really utilize this work on a more on a deeper level, and you want to explore, potentially working together, I would love to chat with you. Feel free to post a comment below or send me a message and we can get you set up for a chat. In the meantime, stay safe. Let me know if you have any questions and I will chat with you soon. Bye guys.